What's going on, fight fans? This is Sean with Boxing Socials Other Sports here for my man Tuffy. He's back again. Y'all been asking for it. Y'all enjoy the stories. Let me tell you something. Tuffy has stories for days. He's nowhere close to being done with his whole life story. We're just tapping into the beginning of it. How's it going today, Tuffy?
Very good. Very good. Very good. I want to give a shout out to None So Strong.
There it is. None So Strong. Yep.
There we go. There we go.
Tell me about this. So I see a lot of your Instagram, Twitter. You put a lot of None So Strong. What's the meaning behind that, and how did you come up with that, or is that even yours?
Yeah, it's mine. It's mine by default.
By default. Okay, break that down.
Actually, the biggest. This is a great story. Actually, the biggest, strongest, most resolute person I ever met.
Mm-hmm.
He was a guy named Too Tall. He was 6 foot. He was like 6'7".
Yeah.
225. All muscle. I mean, he had the shoulders like Goldberg, the little muscle right here, or Holyfield.
Yeah.
And I mean, his chest. I mean, he had like a 12-pack V-shaped back. I mean,
man.
He was tall, but
and
he didn't weigh that much. His name
tall.
Too Tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
He from Kansas City. Shout out Too Tall.
Yeah.
You watching this. But so okay, this is how it happened. I went to prison once.
Uh-huh.
And only once.
Yeah.
I'm scared straight. I ain't did nothing wrong since. But so when I was in there, I didn't know that people separate based on location. They like the Texas people hang with the Texas little crew, and
gotcha.
This guy actually was in the little Kansas City because I was in prison in Oklahoma City. So and they only talk to, I mean, just like the Crips, the Bloods, the Aryan Brotherhood, the Mexican, the Emmys, all them. So whatever sets they got or however they separate, they only talk to their people, basically.
Okay.
So I was actually, in my own head, I was actually a pioneer in prison because I was one of the people that I wasn't in no gangs. I wasn't in no crews. And I basically made friends and talked to everybody. And I was the only one, I mean, you can check this, that had a Mexican celly. Because, it's by race, too.
Darn.
So it's by location, it's by gang, it's by race. It's the blacks, the whites, the Mexicans, the Indians.
So do you think the, what do you call them, correction officers?
COs.
The COs, do you think they were purposely trying to put you in there with the Mexican to see what would happen?
No. I did that.
Oh, but COs do that, right? To some people to set
them up.
Yeah.
They tried to get me killed when I first went to prison.
What?
I was still in Houston, downtown in the holding facility. Because I went to the federal prison. Darn. And it's a big difference between the feds, the state. You know what I mean?
Your time came through the feds.
My time was in the feds.
So let me ask you, is it true? I always hear about the feds. They have like a 98, 99% conviction rating.
That's definitely true.
So when they get you, they have everything, all evidence lined up.
Yeah, when the feds come get you, they already got you, basically. They don't come until they have you. So that's why they got a 98% conviction rate. So they will sit there and watch you and allow you to do illegal things for years and years and years, building the case.
So they're in it for the long game, not a quick bust.
They don't want the quick bust because they want to see, okay, if you're a drug dealer, then they want to know, they're going to watch you sell drugs and then see who you connected to, who you selling, and try to find them and see who they connected to and try to work their way up to the big fish.
Wow.
That's what they try to do.
Do you know if they wiretapped you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I got a recording of the tape. Yeah, they wiretapped me and everything. So it was looking back, it was amazing that I naturally did things that prevented them from getting me for a longer time.
Wow.
Because a lot of little nuances and idiosyncrasies that I have, it actually allowed me to evade them without even knowing. It's like if you move a certain way, if you always conduct yourself in a certain way, it's a lot of ways you can safeguard yourself from certain traps and distractions and danger, actually.
So, Tuffy, let me ask you this, because we're going to get to part how the CEO set you up. But your story, did it resonate with you? Now, I listen, me and Tuffy haven't talked about this, but I know you've seen The Wire on HBO.
Oh, I love, what?
So, when you saw that, did some of it reminisce or brings, thoughts back to remember, like, man, I was trying to be elusive like this, and we had certain, what were they trying to do, some kind of clock or time or something they were doing? What's something in The Wire that kind of resonate with what you were tied up in?
All of it.
Really?
All of it. Only thing different is that on the East Coast in Baltimore, they have more of the high rises in the projects, and they actually had those in New Orleans.
But Tuffy, let's think back. If I remember The Wire correctly, they had illegal wiretaps though.
Yeah,
I don't think they were.
Yeah, they're illegal. Yeah,
but yours was legal.
Yeah. Mine was legal because they did something on me called a controlled purchase. And what a controlled purchase is they give the undercover agents money to go purchase drugs, and then once they purchase the drugs, they don't arrest you. They let you go, and you feeling like you just made a regular sale.
Yeah.
They take that back to the judge, and that gives them the probable cause for the wire, for the arrest, the that. So they take, it's called a controlled purchase. So they use their marked money. They picture the money. They go make a purchase from you. You go, nothing happened. They take it back. They take the product back and the pictures of the money that they gave you, show it to the judge. That gives them the warrant, and now they can tap you and follow you and do all that and everything. Wow. They say, this is the money, this is what he got, this shows that he has it. Now let us do this, and that. And
so Tuffy, I don't know if you know Greg Kading. He was the officer that was kind of behind the whole Keefe D thing and Tupac shooting in Orlando and all that. Mm-hmm. And he was describing as a cop, being an undercover cop, he had informants. And he said sometimes we pay informants out of our own pocket, $50, $100, take them out to eat, get the information. In your situation, was there informants that was planted that you didn't know about?
No. They were actually very good friends of mine that became informants. And the reason how they do that is they catch them. They might catch a guy on a drug deal or on a murder or on something.
Right.
Something totally that doesn't have anything to do with you.
With your operation.
And then the guy gets so scared when they get him, they like, well, you want to reduce your time? What you got? Who you know? What you can do? You want to go home? You give me somebody bigger than you, we'll make this go away.
Yeah.
They tell them things like that. And the guy that I knew, he was from Waco. So subsequently, I called him Waco. I actually don't even know the guy's real name.
Yeah.
So when he called me, what's up, Waco? Waco, what's up? What's up, my homeboy Waco? All right, Waco, I'm gonna hit you. Yeah. So like that. Yeah. So I called him Waco, and I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
And then he called me H-Town.
All right.
So he didn't know my name.
Oh, wow.
So the whole thing is I was H-Town, he was Waco. So moving forward, when the federal agents got me, I'm thinking, how the fuck did he know my name? Like, I don't even know his name.
Right.
And he don't know my name. So come to find out, He did not know my name. So, and H-Time is not an alias for me. So I'm like, okay, he didn't know my name. He didn't have an alias. How did they find me?
Yeah.
So come to find out, I just turned pro boxing. And, I started off with my first 3 fights was 3 first-round knockouts.
Okay.
And I composed the DVD of the knockout and was giving it out to people, just marketing myself, man, check. I mean, because one guy I knocked out, he was out for 5 minutes. Like, he was, seriously, it was a one-punch KO. Like, it was my second pro fight.
You knocked out a guy and he was out cold for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Did you think he was dead?
I was wondering, and
what was going through your mind while you're standing there and they got the doctors around?
I was worried because he was
like, I know you want to win, but you don't want to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't moving, and even worse. Fast forward, and when the first fight when I got out of prison, my body had turned into like the Hulk. Like, I was so fit and strong. Like I'm like 20% of what I used to be.
What was your weight?
I was when I got out.
What was your weight, or were you heavyweight?
I was 210 when I got out.
So you're a heavyweight.
But when I first fought, they made me the main event, and I was only out for 3 weeks. I was like 227 by the time I fought.
Wait a minute, Tuffy. You haven't even been out of jail 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And
you end up.
And guess what happened though? That's the worst part of the story.
Yeah.
I knocked the dude out, and he was unresponsive. Like, I'm not sure if he alive or not.
The first guy?
No, this guy.
About the second
when
guy.
I got out of jail, they took him out on the stretcher, and I never researched his name or to see what happened.
Wow.
But yeah, his name was Christopher Williams.
What you hit him
from
with the
Louisiana.
Right hand? What did the uppercut? Right hand? How'd you knock him out?
Left hook, the same shit.
Oh, left hook.
And then the left hook shook him, and then I hit him on his way down. I hit him behind the head with the right hand, so I don't know what the hell. I was just trying to hit him to make sure he didn't get up, but he was falling. And then I was thinking about all the times I was in solitary confinement. I was in the hole.
All that was going through your mind?
Yeah, and I started crying in the ring.
No way. Come on, Tuffy.
It's all on YouTube if you look it up.
Oh, wow.
Maurenzo TDiddy Smith. Look up any of my fights on YouTube. But yeah,
man,
subscribe to the channel.
All right. So you were saying that you have fought. Now you're going back to the Waco.
Okay. So when
you said 3 fights.
I had three. My first 3 pro fights was all first round knockouts. And
you hand out these DVDs. It has your name on there.
No, my name ain't on it. But so the dude Waco, I guess I gave him one of my DVDs to show him my knockout. Yeah. And when they caught him in Waco, selling drugs, whatever, that had nothing to do with me. And so he gonna give him meat so he can get out of trouble. And he didn't know my name. He only called me H-Town. But he said, I got one of his boxing. He a boxer. So he gave the police my boxing DVD, and the goddamn announcer announces my name right, in this corner from whatchamacallit, Houston, Texas, Maurenzo TDiddy Smith. Yeah. Bam, they got me.
Oh, man.
That's how it happened.
So were you home? Did he knock on your door? Did he bust down your door? How did they come get you?
Okay, so this is what they did. First, they made a controlled purchase. Remember I tell you, that's how you get the wiretaps and the warrants.
So this is crazy, Tuffy. So you are trying to be a professional boxer, making money, but you still got your operation going at the same time.
Yeah. Basically, I was more of a drug dealer than a boxer.
Yeah.
And I realized that when they told me that boxers make millions of dollars, like Tyson, Mayweather, De La Hoya.
You trying to transition?
So no, well, the boxing, the boxing was disguising the money I had. I had so much money at the time.
It's like trying to launder it or make it seem like this is where my money coming from.
When I would pull up in new Mercedes Benzes, new Lexuses,
like I'm a boxer,
new Land Cruisers, it looked the part of a boxer. It goes with the territory, and they know a lot of famous boxers that's rolling good. They got money.
It makes sense.
So I was like, well, damn this, because at first they was like, how you get this? Where you work at?
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah.
And, you know, I would go places with all kind of lavish stuff and lavish things, and people be like, where do you work? Right. You know. But once I heard about the boxing salaries, I got in boxing. So then when I showed, I'm saying I'm a pro boxer, you know, signing bonus, blah, blah, blah. You know, they gave my boy Rocky Juarez a $1.2 million signing bonus coming out the Olympics.
Yeah.
So that was before he ever threw a punch professionally.
That's crazy.
So he started off with $1 million, you know. So and me and him used to party.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got so many stories. Well, I'm not gonna put you out there, Rocky. But yeah, that's my boy, man. And he's a Mexican. Like I always been cool, some kind of way with Mexicans, and I think it's
stepping back from the jail time.
Yeah, and that was because I speak Spanish fluently.
Right.
And I was always trying to improve my Spanish.
Right.
So I thought that if I keep a Spanish friend around, we could talk Spanish and you can help me out and, you know, and the more, like right now, my best friend is Mexican. Yeah. The Chicken King. Yeah. El Rey de Pollo. Saludos. So,
all right. So you hand it out. He got your DVD. He turns it over to the police. How did they come get you? Where were you at?
Okay, so this is what they did. First...
Oh, you know, you said this control.
First, they got to make the control purchase.
Control purchase.
So this fool called me up. He wanted a decent quantity amount of stuff. It was pretty big.
Talking about Waco did.
Waco did.
Okay.
And
so he's setting you up.
I gotta tell you the other part of this story too.
Right.
But yeah, so he makes the control purchase.
Yeah.
And this is when I hear, because my lawyer, shout out to Stanley Snyder. He was my daddy's lawyer in the 80s. Okay. My daddy made my lawyer his first $1 million. And if you go in his office, it's right downtown in Louisiana, 404 or 440, Louisiana. And when you go in his office, it's a picture of him and my dad, like on the Newsweek article. And it said my dad and him, they got a full pardon from the governor, because you know my dad was a big time drug dealer,
right?
And Stanley Snyder won all the cases that he worked for my dad. Wow. And then so my dad always heard about Stanley Snyder. You know, growing up, the great lawyer, beat every case, just like Johnny Cochran. You always hear Johnny Cochran. Yeah. Johnny Cochran, beat for OJ. So but in the drug world, Stanley Snyder was coming from my dad. Man, Snyder beat that. They call my dad red-handed. He still beat the case on improper venue or some crap. He'll find some reason. Wow. And so when I did get arrested, I'm going to rewind the tape. When I did get arrested, I'm sitting in jail and I have no lawyer. And then I'm at the bail hearing. They finna decide if they're going to give me bail or not. Well, the newspaper, they put me on the front page of the Chronicle when I got arrested. And they were just blasting it, but not because of me. Because of my dad. Yeah, and then boxing, and then they put all this stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the story got bigger than it should have been. And then I'm sitting in there, a bail hearing, trying to see if they're going to give me bail or not. And all of a sudden I hear excuse me, the judge calling Stanley Snyder to the bench. And he was working cases with some other guy. Yeah. And I said, Stanley Snyder? And I've never seen him before and nothing. Like, I only heard about him from my dad, but when they said Judge called Stanley Snyder up and they went and this, and I'm sitting over there in chains and stuff, like, and I said, Stanley Snyder? So then they came to us one by one. They said, do you have counsel? or do you need counsel provided for you? And then when they came to me, they said, you have counsel, you need counsel provided for you. And I was like, yeah, I already have a lawyer. And it's like, who is his name? I said, Stanley Snyder. And I had not even talked. And they said, whoa, hold on. And the judge was like, huh? And Snyder looking like, huh?
Like, who are you?
Yeah, who? And they was like, hold on. And they was like, sir, do you need time? And he was like, Judge, Your Honor, he said, hold on, Your Honor, let me speak to him. And they said, we'll give you 5 minutes. So he came over there. Wow. Because I was like, that's my lawyer, Stanley Snyder. And then Snyder was like, I don't know. Excuse me, sir. I don't know. I'm not your lawyer. Like, why did you do that? Yeah. We could have gotten in trouble and all this. And I was like, he was just talking. He's like, I don't do cases, and I'm not, because he a big time lawyer. Yeah. And he don't just, right. It got to be something. You know what I mean? So he was talking all this stuff while he ain't finna be my lawyer, and he don't know why I did it. And right while he was talking, I said, Johnny Bond is my dad. He said, we'll talk later. He said, Judge, I got the case.
Just like that? Wow.
That's how I got my lawyer, bro. Wow. That's how I got my lawyer. And shout out to Stanley Snyder. I need to go to his office because he told me about people like me. And I still did the same thing. Yeah. He said, man, I have got so many people off cases, freed, innocent verdicts, or a very reduced time. And he said when they get out, they never come by the office. They never say thank you. He's telling me about this. Yeah. And I'm like, really? This is when my case is going on. Now I realize I've been freed and I'm doing well and I've never been. So I'm one of those.
Stanley, he's coming to see you.
I'm coming to see you, Stanley Snyder. I'm coming. I'm bringing lunch, coffee, and all that. Yeah. But, yeah, that's how I got my lawyer. It was crazy, man. It was a happenstance just like that. And when I name dropped my dad.
So at this time, you were in there because they came and got you because Waco handed them the DVD. So that's why you're in
Yeah. So Waco. Actually, I got to rewind.
Go ahead, rewind back.
Okay, so Waco comes. I haven't seen Waco in 3 to 6 months. I haven't seen him in a long time. So
then he pops up and we need some quantity.
So I'm like, but I have been dealing with him for 4 years.
Yeah, so
and I swear, I won't say we're friends, but we were the closest thing to it. Okay. You know what I mean? We never had one argument in 4 years. We never had one bad transaction in 4 years. 3 times people were going to rob him, possibly kill him. I saved him. But I never told him because, if some people conspiring to rob you and I intervene, what am I going to tell you? Like, hey, I know some people that want to rob you.
Because now I'm going to stay paranoid
now you're going to, it's going to mess our business up. Now my mind's not going to
be right,
And then I will say that there is some form of honor amongst thieves because I've been in a lot of illegal activity. But to my credit, and it's a credit to me, I've never cheated anybody. I never did a bad deal with anybody. Okay. I never robbed nobody. Yeah. And I never said no, you know what I mean? Like that. So, and I never owe anybody $1. Like, so it's like, some people see this interview and like, oh, you still doing illegal, it's dirty. But in that realm of doing what I was doing, I still had a code of ethics. Like,
so you were a stand-up amongst thieves.
Yes. Okay. I was. And they were telling me they're going to give me 30%. They was like, look, we going to rob Waco. You don't have nothing to do with it. You're not going to be there. It's not going to be when he meeting you. It's going to be totally autonomous. Yeah. So, and then we're going to give you 30. You just stand back. You just stay out of it. Yeah. And they like, you know what I mean? We're going to kick you down 30% or whatever we get. Because he was coming with 6 figures a lot of times to Houston. And he was a little bitty guy. It's like Napoleon. Yeah. Napoleon, Hitler.
Yeah.
Look how small they are.
Short but powerful.
They short and powerful. Like he was a little guy, and he used to come to Houston, and he didn't know anybody, and it was. I mean, he come with bags of money, suitcases of hundreds, like. And one time he even came. We were even so cool. He even came with his son one time. It was him and his son, and like $120,000 for a deal. And you never put kids in that type of environment because I'm not a vicious person. Yeah, but others are. I had vicious people working for me, and you know how they'll do. Yeah. They'll do anything, and then you'll come off everything quicker. If somebody, does something to your child or threatens your child, right, you're definitely gonna come off of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. Which happened to a few people I know. So anyway, I saved him 3 times from getting robbed. One time, I said no. Second time, they came at me. I said no. Third time, they was like, "Man, listen, somebody finna get him. You can't stop it." And I found a way to stop it or whatever. But all 3 times I never told him. So far as he knows, just a clean flow of So
you don't say him 3 years times, and all this time he's about to set you up.
That's what hurt me the most about that, because he had other people in Texas that he did business with. He had other people in Houston he did business with. He had people in Dallas that he did business with. He had people in Waco that he did business with. He had people in Louisiana and Arkansas that he did business with. And I knew about it. I know these people.
Right.
So, say he gets busted for doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
And then the police, and he's scared or can't, and they give him a deal, you turn in somebody, we'll take your time off.
Yeah.
He knows at least 50 drug dealers. Why come after me?
Right.
The person who never wronged you. Yeah. The person who never did anything. Like, we didn't even count each other. Like, he didn't count the product. I didn't count the money.
Y'all just trust each other.
Every time I count the money, it might be a couple hundred over. It was never under. It was always over. Like, it was no... So I'm like, okay.
Why me?
First of all, you shouldn't snitch. That's the whole basis of the street code.
Yeah.
But if you are going to snitch, and you know 50 drug dealers, go get the one you trust the least. Go get the one you hate the most. Don't get your one loyal friend. Why me?
Right.
And the stuff he got caught wasn't even my stuff. So, like, it's different. I gave him and who you got it from. But, like, I hadn't seen him in 3 to 6 months.
That's crazy.
So... And Waco, for people who don't know, is 3-hour drive from Houston.
Yeah.
Him and the DEA drove a whole 3 hours to come mess with me. Why me? And then another thing my lawyer showed me, Mr. Stanley Snyder, is that he tried to give me the worst charge, like the kingpin charge. Like, he didn't say... I know somebody, he might do a little something.
Yeah.
He like, nah, this guy runs this. He's the head of this. He moves this much weight per week. Like, so not only are you going to get me busted, but you're going to lock me up forever. I ain't going to even get a slap on the wrist. You done trumped up the charges, like, worse than they coming at me with 4. So anyway, he comes... And I got the whole CD. I think my lawyer told me he wasn't supposed to let me hear it, but he did. Sorry, Stanley. And I hear myself getting in the car. No, he got in my car. And first...
No, Waco's wearing a wire.
Yeah, he wearing a wire for the controlled purchase. So, I'm on the phone talking to some chick. I'm like, yeah, baby, can't wait to get that tonight. Yeah, baby, wear that little dress. Oh, okay, hold on, man. My homeboy here, let me, I'm gonna call you back. That's what the thing says. So I'm setting up something. I'm like, how dumb am I?
Yeah.
And then, before he even got in the car, the CD, it said, testing, 1, 2, testing. Can you hear? Yeah, I can hear you. They're going through all the audio tests. I'm sitting there listening like in my lawyer's office like, come on. You gotta be serious. You gotta be joking me here. Yeah. So they did all the audio tests. He making sure the feds can hear. They making sure they can hear. All right, gotcha. No static. Everything. Okay, make the call. I mean, I'm sitting there just sick listening to this recording. And then, he gets in the car with me. That's when I'm talking to the girl. Yeah, girl, get you tonight. All right, make sure. Then I'm like, I got to let you go. I got to do something real quick. So then I'm talking to him, and he's like, yeah, what's up, Cat Daddy? Because he always call me Cat Daddy, some old country shit they do. So he's like, what's up, Cat Daddy? And I'm like, what's up, man? And we talking. I'm like, damn, boy, I ain't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he done lied telling them he see me every week. I don't know. But I'm like, I remember on the tape, it was like, man, I ain't seen you in a long time. I was like, where you been?
Yeah.
And he was like, man, some things happened. I had to lay down a little while. I should have knew something then. Because he was like, man, when the that's what the tape said. It said, he said, when the heat on you, what can you do? You chill out or you run yourself into some problems.
Oh, God, he's giving you signs. Like, listen to me, Tuffy.
And I said, yeah, you're right. I said, man, when the heat is on, you do got to, it's best to just chill. Don't run yourself into no problem. I'm saying that. I just said, get out my car. I don't know you, motherfucker. You say somebody illegal, I'm going to call the cops on your ass. That's what I should have said. So I'm listening to this tape so disgusted. Oh, man. And then we do the little thing. We do the little deal.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm going to holler at you. All right, man, all right. So then he get out. I leave. Now, of course, they done took pictures of all the money, that he used. So then I'm leaving. At the time, I got a white Mercedes-Benz with white rims on it. So, this car. And when I leave, we're at the Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually ate at a Waffle House. I've been so traumatized. I would not eat at a Waffle House. All this shit happened at Waffle House. So then I leave Waffle House, and I was like, man, call me, make sure you, I always tell them, call me when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure you made it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. Because I know you got to drive back to Waco.
Yeah, 3 hours away. So
then I'm leaving, and I'm down West Time, and I got this brand new white Mercedes-Benz, so I'm driving. And naturally, when I told you, when we first